look who I found.
Hello, lovelies.
We have already been visited by a lot of people. Kara, starting things off, watching presentation on AutoCrit about using voice-to-text dictation to write. It's something that I'm interested in too, so I'm going to have to get on the ball with that. Because if you can do it easier in one of those programs, why not?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Then we've got CB came by. They'll probably be back later. And then Kay came by. But anything after 4 p.m. for Kay is iffy because that's family time for her. So she's probably playing that video game with her husband. She says, give Queen JoJo all the love. Well, JoJo has gotten lots of love in the last few days. She's actually over here right now. She's huffy because I took her bone away from her.
I have Bunny is sitting here staring at me because I threw the ball for her before I came back in to do the sprint. And she's like, but I wasn't done chasing the ball. And you stopped.
How dare.
She's a sad girl now. She's a sad girl. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on.
She going to show up?
The sad girl face. The sad girl.
There's the JoJo. She's just going to lay there and huff. Because how dare I take her bone away from her.
Yeah. I had Shiley, but she has jumped down and wandered off.
Yeah, I got to see Shiley earlier.
Yeah, she was my co-host for the entire last sprint. She just slept the entire last sprint.
But that's what your cat's co-hosts do.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have anything that you want to tell everybody about what you're doing and what you got going on?
I am trying to get the last dozen or so pages of The Moon is Waxing Season 2, Sanctimony and School Secrets, typed in and edited and stuff. I've moved a bunch of scenes around to a way that I like it better, and I'm just typing on probably the last 5,000 words.
Cool.
And I got some beta notes back for Stars Over Pagosa that I need to do the tweakily things on. I have your notes for Wolf and Werecow.
Cool. Yeah, I've still got to go through that. I went to a certain point and I was like, okay, now I've got to get back on book 4 because if I don't, I'm gonna not get it done. So book 4 is my focus right now.
Yeah, it's long. That's the thing is it's pretty thick. But
I was like, when I started reading it, I was like, I can't even open this and keep it open because it's so big. And I was like, can you make this into smaller pieces?
Yeah, make it into sections. Yes, that's what it is. But yeah, but like I'm one of these people who I'm terrible to my laptop. It's like I have all of Relic of Time Wars in one document.
Wow.
My laptop starts making noises when I open that document. It's like
see, if I tried to do that, especially working with Tina, she would be like, well, y'all know her as Dawn, but she'd just be like, no, hon. No. You go and you sort this out. We'll only get to like maybe 50 or 60 pages, and she's like, I can't open it anymore. So you need to do something with this.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's Relic of Time Wars is crazy. Somebody was saying you need to start releasing the books as an omnibus, and I was like,
yeah,
it would have to be broken up into 3 parts. There would be 3 omnibus. I would have to break it up into 3 parts.
That's a good Kickstarter, though.
Amazon would. I would try to upload it as one book, and Amazon would go, "What the f?"
Mm-hmm. Probably. Stephanie's here. Hello.
Could you imagine how thick that would be? Because each of them is between 300 and 400 pages.
It would put Sam's to shame. Sam's would no longer be the big weapon.
And there's 14 of them.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot. That's a lot. Where'd I get to? Okay, good. Made it back from showering time. Now, if I can just get this panic mode to go away fully, I'll be awesome. Stop panicking. If you do it normally, then you will need to learn Dragon Speak. Oh. Is that you mean the program? Because I know that we were talking about the dictating, and I'm not good with that. That's the part I'm thinking I'll probably be bad about, is having to say it and then actually speak, period, space, and all that.
New paragraph,
that kind of stuff.
Enter.
I'm not
End
good at
paragraph,
that.
start paragraph, new period, comma, question mark,
exclamation point. If I worked at it.
Open parentheses, close parentheses, open quote, close quote. Yeah, you can learn it if you work at it. I find it easier when I'm dictating to do the punctuation and the breaks on my keyboard. I'm talking, type, talking, type, type. I just find it easier to do it that way.
Well, my reasoning for wanting to go ahead and begin learning how to do it is because of the eye, because it's already, I have to take breaks and all that kind of stuff. And if I get on a roll, I would really love to just keep going, and you can't do that. So let's see, Sam. Yeah, that would be a problem, a major one for editing me. Where am I supposed to break this sentence? It might be. All right. Let me get up here. I've got the actual, there we go. And I wanted to put us up here at the top. There we go.
Spooky timer.
I'm doing it the lazy way. I'm putting it on my YouTube channel so that I can do this. I was just like, y'all, if y'all weren't around for Mama Maggie's stream, and it's been like what, 3 days, a 3-day saga of trying to get this timer.
For days, for literal days, to share this timer. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I was playing it off of your YouTube channel because we couldn't figure out how to get the video downloaded. And it jumped in a few places, but that's because I have laggy rural internet. And I'm really starting to think that I'm just going to have to move all of my 7 a.m. streams to 11 a.m. because of these morning internet outages.
Yeah, if that's the case.
Because it's just an ongoing thing. And they cannot tell us when the end point of this will be, because they're building so many houses out here and adding so many trunk lines and stuff. And it's just like, they cannot tell us that when we will have reliable morning internet service.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's at least something that happens in the morning, so that's going to be a problem instead of just being random. So there's that.
Yeah. And like I said this morning, I had internet this morning when I got up, but by 6:45, I didn't have internet anymore. And it didn't come back until after 9:00.
See, and a lot of people, we work online, so how this, you can't function very well with that. I know, like, if James had that problem, he would admit, we would have to be looking for some place to move, because he has to literally be online at a certain time and, for a certain period. So he was saying there are sites that use AI to do speech to text. They seem to do a good job of knowing when to add in punctuation. I don't know. I've not tried any of it, so it's something that I need to get used to one way or another, because I just want to preemptively be ready for when I can't do anything with my eyes as much as I used to. And I know that it's going that way. You can only do eye injections for so long before it's like, okay, we just can't do anything else about it. So anyway,
yeah, I like speech to text for my migraine days, because then I'm not looking like at the keyboard or at the screen to type. I'm just laid back typing, and I just type the punctuation in.
Mm-hmm.
And if I type the wrong punctuation, that's a problem for editing Maggie in the future.
There you go. That's one way to look at it. And I can imagine if you're drafting something, that's not going to be as big of a deal, because if you're drafting something, everything's going to be messy anyway. At least for me, it is. And I will go back if I have the time right then. Sure, I've got that mind frame of editing as I go. I've always had it. Can't help it. It's a habit. But at the same time, if I'm doing it this way, it's a matter of, well, again, like what you said, that's for future Rachel to worry about. That's for editing Rachel to worry about. So
yeah, well, with the way my brain works and stuff, because I have brain damage and memory loss issues, like I sleep, it's gone, whatever it is. And so one of the things that I do at the end of every day is I listen through to what I wrote during that day. And then the very first thing I do the next day is listen through what I wrote, read through what I wrote, because that's the only way I can store it into my rote memory, because my experiential memory is the part that's damaged. And there's times like when I'm dictating and just like hitting enter between sentences and not really worrying about punctuation or anything, that I'm just going through, and that's the way it works. And that's the best that I can do, because
there she is.
Yeah, she just came in and pawed at my leg. Because people with long-term health issues, the screen time is the enemy. Like right now, my screen is only at 50% brightness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's one thing that I've had people grab my phone and to do something on it, and they just looked at my phone and looked at me and looked at my phone. It's like, how do you do this? And I'm thinking, well, how do you function with it so bright in your face? I can't do that. So I actually had to remove one of the side lights that I had here on the desk for streaming, because it was hitting just it. No matter which angle I put it at, it felt like it was in my eye the whole time. So it's just very sensitive now, and I can get that. Oh, that's what she wanted. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and get into the first timer, or first stream.
Sprinties. And I will have to go at 4:00 because I've got to get my husband awake, roll him out of the bed, and get his breakfast made, his lunch made, and get him off to work. I will be so happy when he is off night. 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks. You got it. You can do it. All right. Well, I'm going to be getting off here. It's going to be 6 Eastern. So that's perfect?
4:00 my time. Yeah.
Okay. Then you're good, because we've got sprints like crazy. They're just perfectly spaced. So, all right, 45-minute timer. Here we go. All right. How did you guys do? Let me move this thing back over here. I'm trying to decide if I want to put us up here, put us down here. What do we want to do? Kind of like it like this. That way you can still see the timer.
I think it looks good.
Yeah.
I kind of like us above too, though, because it makes the timer bigger. But
we can do that. We can flip to that when we go back into timing. I'm just trying out the new stuff.
Nice.
I'm not used to using Talk Studio, so this is a little bit different.
Yeah, I for all the words August and all the words October, I purchased StreamYard for the month so I could have unlimited streaming.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah, I got kind of I don't know. I just kind of got annoyed with the up pricing and stuff, and it's like, okay,
yeah,
well,
it went from 14 to 44.
Yeah, it was huge, and I was like, kind of like with MailerLite. MailerLite was like, oh yeah, well you can just up it, which I really love MailerLite. It's so easy and intuitive for me at least. And I was like, okay, yeah, but the next plan up didn't give me more. For it didn't give me 1,000 or more followers. So I was just like, okay. So basically, it wanted me to go like 2 rings up, which would have been $50 a month.
Yeah,
like from 0 to 50.
Yeah, it went from $14 to $24 to $44 a month. And it went from being able to do 10 streaming hours a month to 5 streaming hours a month if you're on the unpaid program. Yes. So, yeah, the more popular it became, the more restrictive it became and the more expensive. And I don't have the budget for that. So
it's only when you can choose to do it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, this was my marketing budget for the entire year. So that's fine though.
If that's what you want to do, like I said, I'm using Streamlabs, and then I usually do the Streamlabs thing where it's the closest thing to OBS that you can get. So you've got a lot more that you can do, but it's more difficult to have guests on if you do that version. So I'm using their Talk Studio, which comes with, I forget which level it is, but it only costs like, compared to StreamYard at this point, it only costs like, I think $20 a month, but you do all of this other stuff with it, and it's got the 2 different apps. So this is the one that I'm not used to, but it's actually closer to StreamYard than the one I normally use. So it's kind of a cheat. To me, it's a cheat. You don't have to worry about as much. So Hope showed up and realized I may not have ever posted in your stream before. So welcome aboard.
Welcome.
We have cookies and cake, brownies, tiramisu,
and doggos and kitties.
Kitties and doggos. So I'm going to pause the timer right now because I'm going to have to readjust it anyway. Let's see. On my last Rough Draft Challenge, I didn't do so well either, but it was during that first part of 2025 where all hell broke loose for me and for our family and stuff. So it was kind of rough. And that's why I've been having a problem. And I know that James has been having a rough time of it too, of catching back up. Like, we had goals, man. We had some great goals, and they just was like Boom.
I did okay until May. And then everything bogged. And I managed to catch up at the end of June and get a book out on July 1st. And I have done nothing since then.
Zero.
Big fat goose egg for the entire third quarter. And
well,
the
that's
beginning of the fourth.
publishing, but you've got this huge book that I'm reading that is fabulous so far. I'm putting all the pieces together and I'm loving it. So
writing and editing, the only writing that I've done was the handwriting of The Moon is Waxing. Everything else I've been doing has been editing. I did add 25,000 words to the Shadow Hunt. 35,000 words to the Shadow Hunt in August. But as far as Preptember and all the words October, it's
things have stalled for me in October, but what I did during that round was actually spread things out in my planner so that I have to look at it every day and I can actually visualize how much I can do. And if it's there and I stick to it, which is what all the words is supposed to be about, is sticking to it as a habit.
It's about getting back in the routine. And that's the thing that I've been working the most on, is just an hour a day. If I can just get in an hour a day, then I can do this. And getting back to doing 4 to 6 hours midday, as I was doing before, that is another thing. But honestly, the 2020s have been such a roller coaster for me. 2020 was a disaster. 2021, I used the end of 2020, December 2020, as for the acorn, what she called your acorn month, to have an acorn year. And 2021 and 2022 went really, really well for me. 2023 was meh. And then 2024, I rebooted and I was starting to feel really good about things again. And then 2025 hit, I was doing okay. And now I just feel like I've crashed and burned. But it was, the thing was, is the energy of 2024 and 2025. You know me, I'm super organized, super meticulous. OCD Gold Brain says, do the thing. But I've just been scattered all over the place, rushing all of my deadlines, feeling like I'm constantly falling behind. I don't have a slot to do this. I don't have a slot to do that. And that's why when we were talking about this during the Authortube writing conference, I was like, I agree with turning the August 80K into this, not just a word count challenge, but like a day count routine building challenge, because that's the thing I need most, is I need to get back into that routine, into that scheduling. And the TISM in me is not, OCD Gold Brain is very, very unhappy right now.
Oh yeah. That's one of the things. Like, I haven't been doing stuff and I feel like I'm all over the place and scattered because of it. So CB says I'm in no way with the Alfay with the text to speech thing, but I know Google Docs does it, and you use Google Docs, so, and I know that Microsoft.
I use Word.
You use Word.
I use Microsoft Word.
And I know that Google Docs does it because HK used to use Google Docs. So I'm sure she still does. So Hope's new strategy: have my entire outline finished first, turn off all tech, and take better care of myself. I don't sleep well sometimes, and I'm useless without it. Check. I'm planning on joining the hubs for midday walks. Now that the weather is cooler, I need to get that wake up time. Yes, because like for me, I slow down in the middle of the day. I just start having a slump. So I think that if I do that, it's going to help out. Catball is back. Time for some revising. Sam had to leave, but she's going to go veg with Kona, which is approved.
Kona is queen.
Mm-hmm.
We love Kona.
Heather's been lurking and working. So she may need to leave to go to the bus stop. Hopes everybody's doing good. Hello, White Seer. How are you doing?
I love that avatar.
I should have an announcement sometime next week. Oh, very nice.
Nice.
I'm doing 100,000 in November for kicks.
You got this, CB.
You got
CB's
it.
She's a word monster.
Yes. And I love the fan fiction, man. That's like one of my favorite things.
Start for president.
2025 have been a trip. No spoons, foggy head, lack of motivation, lots of anxiety. Yes. I agree. That's been, one thing after another here at our place. So Pages does it. I'm an Apple user for the past 11 years. Okay, yeah. See, I don't know anything about Apple, so appreciate that.
Yeah. James, I'm so sorry. I owe you notes. I know I do. I'm just OCD Goldbrain wants to finish my C drama. I have to finish the C drama first.
Yeah, that's just like with me. I'm like, I've got to finish book 4. I've got to get it out. And I think that with my plans and what's going on this next week, I might actually be able to do it. Fingers crossed, nothing happens. Because we've also got Storytellers Hearth Relay coming up that weekend.
This weekend?
No, this weekend. Yeah, this weekend for those that can make it, Heart Breathings.
It's the Heart Breathings, and then next weekend
is
the Heart Breathings Preptober streams. Mm-hmm. And then the next weekend is Story Breathers the Hearth one. And then you and I are saying goodbye to October with the lovely Rita.
Yes.
Slanina for our Halloween things. I have a purple wig. I got a purple wig to wear under my witch hat.
Nice. I think I'm going to do the demon rider again, like I did earlier in the year. I kind of like that look. I don't know if I'm going to have a wig on or not. I'll see. I know that I've got the wig in there that I could borrow from the Hubs because he got together some stuff for his one of his books, a cosplay for one of his books, and I was like, the wig would work.
Yeah, I'm gonna get haggy with it.
I gotta get haggy with it. White Seer says, I'm doing okay, I guess. I had a big plans for tonight. Words are flowing well. However, just had a family incident. Son being bullied at school killed the mood. Oh no.
I'm so sorry. I'm actually writing school bully drama right now.
I hope that everything gets resolved, White Seer. I know how hard that is.
Yeah, that is dealing with that. I had to deal with that with all 3 of my girls and different types of bullying. And it's never easy. And this whole mentality that kids will be kids, no, this is not kids being kids.
There's a big difference.
Yeah.
Well, if I have to be any kind of monster, I would love to be a word monster as long as I have purple fur, vampire cape, and a castle full of bats. Hell nice. Yeah. Brittany Jones. Hello, Brittany. Hey, everybody. Just finished dinner. Being pregnant is no joke. No, it's not. My October goal is to complete 1 chapter per day, but my energy levels are low and brain fog is high. Do what you can do. What you can do.
If you have more words, more pages, more done on the 31st than you did on the 1st, you have succeeded with all the words October, because the whole point of it is to just move forward.
Heather's heading out to the bus stop.
Bye,
Heather. James, so there's another event type situation for November. It's the Rough Draft Challenge. Yeah,
there's a lot of people that are doing nano equivalent kind of things. And the thing is NaNoWriMo, the organization, is dead. NaNoWriMo, the organization, they screwed up multiple times over multiple years. And finally, everyone just said, "Foo" to them. And they shut down earlier this year. NaNoWriMo, the challenge, however, the 50,000 words in 30 days is still a thing. It's the National Novel Writing thing that started in 1999. That challenge still exists. There different groups are rebranding it as different things, like the Rough Draft Challenge.
We're also, I saw Pro Writing Aid has one that they're doing. I think
Pro
Nano
Writing Aid.
2.0.
Yeah, Nano 2.0. There's a lot of nano equivalent challenges. And yeah, the challenge is still valid. It's just the organization is gone because the things and the things plus the things.
Yeah, we don't even need to dive into that kind of stuff because, woo.
Yeah. CB is totally right. Nano WCW themselves.
Yes. It was like one mistake after another and just watching a train wreck that you couldn't do anything about. So
yeah.
All right, so sorry. Esther.
Hello. Esther. You got an author, is this your new author channel? Or no, this is your Twitch channel.
Twitch.
Okay.
It's Twitch. So if you want, I can put that channel up here for you. I do watch some stuff on Twitch too.
I can't do Twitch on my internet.
Yeah, it is tough.
I end up being able to hear only and just have a black screen. It's like me and trying to get onto Discord. Sometimes I can get on Discord. Most of the time I can't.
Discord is heavy for an app.
Heavy.
We were discussing that.
If you have like out here in the country, yes, I have high-speed internet now. Yes, it's fiber optic DSL cable and it's great. But if there's more than 2 or 3 devices on in the house, like I think part of the reason I'm so slow today is the eldest is home for a few days from dog sitting and she's got her 2 devices on and I have my device on, and then my husband came home and even though he's asleep, his phone is connected. I don't have any other devices on, just 3 devices and his phone sitting there. And that's it. But I'm noticing
it soaks it.
It does. It affects my bandwidth, and lay sigh, rural life.
White Seer is definitely going in there in the morning for sure. Oh, do. Yeah. Make sure that there's always a trail too. Let's see. Mine is called the Writing Challenge. Okay, so that's the one that's the 100,000 one, which actually James might could get on. Considering how much he writes.
Somebody else's, Kate Kavanaugh, is also doing 100,000 words.
Okay. Yep. Facts.
Yeah. Esther understands being where she is and the lack of internet.
WCW only worse. Yes. I'm watching Rach on Twitch. Yes. You may want to add in timestamps on the video at 30 minutes to make it quicker to get to that. I know I should do that. I'm just, reckless and chaotic. Yeah.
Chaos. We've all become chaos farmers.
Yep. The lag on Twitch and also sometimes like Discord, like I didn't even realize Discord was that heavy until I was downloading something for Arc for my game. And I was like, why? Because I'm constantly talking on Discord. So I didn't think about it. And so I did Task Manager to end everything to figure out where the drain was. And it was Discord. Discord was taking up as much space, as much memory and processing as 2 chromes, and I was just like, oh, okay, well, that's new. I didn't know that.
Jared Kaufman is always trying to get me in the Right Now Discord. He and Soul and stuff, and Charlie and Carrie and Megan, all of them on the disc. They meet and hang out on Discord, and they all have city Wi-Fi. They have that nice city internet, and I'm like, I can't hang out with anyone.
Yeah. So good. Saving those receipts. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I think you got it handled, Lightseer, and I wish the best for you. We've got enough time for a 30-minute sprint because we chatted, but that's okay. We needed it. And after that, Jenna's going to be going on, and then after her, I know Jody Jean. So I've got a bunch
Jenna
of stuff
goes,
saved,
and then Jody Jean goes, and then who was late night? There was someone late
there
night.
was somebody
tonight
that popped up, but I hadn't had time to get it. So if you've got it, we can share after. We can share as we go. Let's go ahead and get started. Here we go. Okay, that was the it. Let me get the chat back up here. And there we go. Actually, we don't even need this anymore, so I can hide it. Ah. There's Shiley. There we go. Oh, you're.
I am down to the last half of this page because I have little marks here showing that I moved something from further back. And then I have 1, 2, and this. And I will be done typing all of this in. I should be hitting, I should be about 30,000 words, 35,000 words right now. I'm at 35,000 words right now. And then by the time, then I have the the ending to wrap up to write. But yeah, so I'm at the point where the stepsister who is holding class 1 of the White Academy hostage, she's about to let everybody go. She made this deal with the police that if they just leave the students to finish the lesson, she will let them all go.
Oh.
And she has made them reenact on themselves the torture that they put her stepsister through before she died. And there's like 100 liters of fuel oil on the floor of the classroom right now. And she's just walking around flicking this lighter going, do not make me send us all to meet the king of hell together. Do the lesson and I will let you go. And she's down to the very last thing. And one of the boys, one of the things the jocks were doing was the reason her sister had multiple aneurysms in her brain is they would walk up behind her and one punch her in the back or side of the head to knock her out to see if they could do it. And they were doing this like 3 times a week.
Oh.
For months.
Mm.
So she had constant headaches, migraine headaches from having concussion syndrome. And they're like, we didn't know it would kill her. And so she was like, okay, so you two were the main 2 perpetrators. You have to punch your sister. You have to punch your girlfriend. Well, the guy who had to punch his girlfriend was like, eh. And he didn't knock her out. And so she's like, oh, so you're going to hit her again or you have to do a forfeit.
Ooh, this is vengeance.
It is. Oh, it is. I should send it to you. You will love the level. This is the glory, the K-drama glory level of vengeance.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So yeah. So now she's gonna make him crawl through the oil to the front. And he's a basketball and baseball star. That's his whole thing is, he's going to be a star athlete. And because he is the one that technically was the last person to hit her sister and she died, she is going to crush the bones in his hands so that he'll never be able to dribble a basketball again. He'll never be able to throw a baseball again. And then she's going to let them all leave and she's going to burn the school.
Nice. That's like Carrie level. Yeah. Even more so.
Yeah. And the thing is a couple of the students in the class, because they're all like, the majority of the students in the class are all these really uber elite 2nd gen rich kids from these very influential families. And there were a couple of kids in the school in this class that were scholarships. And when they saw Miru getting bullied, they would stealth film it, because that's always you're dealing with rich people like that. That's always blackmail for later. You know, you're a famous rich person now. If you don't give me money, if you don't give me a job, I'm going to release your school bullying videos.
Stuff that I never would have thought about, but yeah.
And so
they're just as bad, really.
Yeah. Well, Naya lets all of them go. She says, "You never bullied my sister. You're cowards because you never said anything about it. You never tried to stop it. And that makes you a coward, but it doesn't make you guilty." And so she's got all this video proof, plus the Miru's journals detailing extremely detailed descriptions of all the bullying she went through. And so, yeah, she forced them to sit through like a live stream where she was doing language lessons and she was explaining about the bullying and making them explain about the bullying in multiple languages. So, you know, they're not going to be able to go anywhere in the world after this.
No.
And their family's money is not going to be able to buy them out of this problem, because, you know, one of the things that happens in the Asian markets is the internet servers and stuff like that. You can buy topic suppression. I mean, that happens politically here in the United States. We'll have like on X or on Facebook or on Instagram.
You can do geofencing. You can target stuff.
Yeah. You can do targeted stuff and you can do suppression. But we don't have it here in the United States the way they have it in Asia. I mean, they can literally like vanish a topic in an hour. And it like it doesn't just take the topic down from the trending list, it wipes it from the internet. And so she has made sure that that the bullying incident will never go away. And that the whole reason that they were bullying this poor girl was because another rich second gen had it in for this girl because the guy she liked her. And when the girl changed schools, she just did that thing because bullying travels now. The internet makes bullying travel. And so she just found people at the new school to bully her.
And this is something that's real. I mean, this is something, you know, you're fictionalizing it, but this is something that there have been people that have offed themselves because of that. Because they can't outrun it. Like
one of the girls when my kids were in junior high and doing junior NaNoWriMo, and I was hosting them with the school. We were in a group and we had interconnected with several groups, and there was a girl who was in the group with TDM with Mara, and her friend moved from California to South Carolina. And her bullies from her school in California found kids in South Carolina at her new school to bully her, and she killed herself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very serious.
And their excuse was
bullying, and then there's this other level now.
Yeah, there is this. The internet has taken bullying to this whole new extreme level. Like there are things people will say on the internet that they would never say to a person's face.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's.
Well, yeah, I'm
gonna have to have so many. I'm gonna have to have so many trigger warnings on this one. Seriously,
you will.
Seriously.
Let's see. CB says I was at Riverdance on Monday. It was excellent. Nice. I'm going to see Hamilton for the third time on November 6th. I still want to see Hamilton. That sounds like it'd be fun. And Russell Watson, Google it on November the 17th. Well, you just been going crazy with the theater. That's awesome. And let's see. Dawn said hi. Said hi. And she's waiting on me. So I guess we will go ahead and end it there because
you're waiting on me.
So Jenna's stream, Jody's stream is up there. The Authortube list is up there. You guys enjoy yourselves for the rest of the night, and we will both see you guys later in the week.
Thank you for coming. See you tomorrow night.